Gilas head coach Yeng Guiao was humble in victory and lauded Kazakhstan as a team to watch in the future after the Philippines' 93-75 win in the FIBA Asia Oceania World Cup Qualifiers in Astana last Sunday, but losing mentor Renatas Kurilionakas came close to lambasting the referees before restraining himself in a display of half-hearted sportsmanship. Kurilionakas, 29, said anyone who understands basketball knows what happened in the game, implying questionable calls that favored the visiting team. In the post-game press conference, the Lithuanian native held back from castigating the referees but made his displeasure clear, although he admitted an 18-point loss couldn't be explained by poor officiating. It seemed like Kurilionakas wouldn't take the blame for the setback, probably to convince his employers he shouldn't be sacked. He spoke of focusing on the Kazakh league with his team BC Astana and working with young players in the summer. Kurilionakas also thanked the Kazakh fans for their support, but said they should be louder next time because watching a game isn't like watching a movie. If Kurilionakas had a bone to pick with the referees, the numbers didn't justify his rant. The Philippines had more fouls, 24 to Kazakhstan's 20, and Andrei Blach was in serious foul trouble in the second half, finishing with 4 personals in 29-18 minutes. Kazakhstan's new naturalized import Anthony Clemens played a lot longer, logging 37-59 minutes. The Philippines took 28 free throws and Kazakhstan 26, so the difference wasn't significant. Kurilionakas couldn't reprise Kazakhstan's 92-88 upset win over Gilas in the fifth window of the qualifiers at the Mo Arena last November. 30. Even as Kazakhstan had no chance of making it to the World Cup, Kurilionakas badly wanted to win before the home crowd and prove the previous triumph was no fluke. Guiao, however, had other ideas. With Clemens in the lineup, Kazakhstan had high hopes of bringing down Gilas. This time, the Philippines wouldn't be denied sweet revenge. Gilas assistant coaches Sandy Arispakachaga and Ford Arau flew to Astana early to scout Kazakhstan's game against Australia last Thursday. The Philippine team landed in Astana at dawn last Saturday and, confronted by freezing weather, battled the home team the next day. The cold had no effect on Blach, who was hot all game long. Blach said he's used to the cold from his East Coast background and dropping temperatures in China, where he has played the last 5 years. It didn't bother him. Blach finished with 41 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals and 2 blocked shots. It was the most points he has scored in 8 games in the qualifiers and the highest since firing 18 against Japan in the second window. Blach sat out the first game against Kazakhstan because of his FIBA suspension, but would have been eligible for Iran in the fifth window last December. 3. Christian Standhardinger was deployed as Gilas' naturalized import instead. A loss to Kazakhstan would have dropped Gilas' record to 6-6 and eliminated the Philippines because Lebanon would have had a better quotient as the fourth-place team in the other group. Lebanon finished at 6-6 in a monumental collapse after a 6-1 start. Lebanon lost its last 5 games, including a pair of heartbreakers to New Zealand, 63-60 and 69-67. South Korea formalized Lebanon's ouster with an 84-72 decision last Sunday. Lebanon ended with a plus factor of 87 compared to the Philippines' 35, so if they were tied with the same record, Lebanon would have advanced. As it turned out, Gilas improved to 7-5 and knocked out Lebanon. China actually finished 4th in its group, and since it had an automatic ticket, the next placer Lebanon moved up in the rankings. The Philippines booked the last of the 7 tickets from Asia Oceania to the World Cup, joining New Zealand, Australia, South Korea, Japan, Jordan, and Iran. The 8th ticket went to host China. Kazakh star Alexander Zhigulin, who torched Gilas with 30 points including 6 of 12 from beyond the arc in the fifth window, was held to 8 points on 2 of 10 from the floor. Clemens scored 27 points and had 9 assists, but Gilas' defense limited him to 3 of 9 from 2-point range. He shot 6 of 8 triples. Kazakhstan's Shamkhuyanov, who knocked down 2 of 2 triples in the win over Gilas, went scoreless in the rematch. Defense was the key to Gilas' victory. Troy, Rosario, Japeth, Aguilar, and even Junmar, Fajardo, and Pue, Aram, for a short period were all assigned to Zhigulin, said Arispakachaga. We did a great job of locating him in transition and not sagging off him too much in the half-court set and not giving him open looks. As expected, Clemens was a marked man. Our guards Mark, Baroka, Jason, Castro, and Art Pogoy were the ones who hounded Clemens and made him work for his points," said Aris Bakachaga. Even in transition, sometimes Marcio, Lassiter, Paul, Lee, and Gabe Norwood would pick him up. Clemens plays both point and off-guard spots. The guard's defense was key for us because that helped the big man guarding Zhigulin to stay on him.